suppose males of the golden orb-web spider invest more in fights for mated females and when access to females is easier. Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
You may start to share your screen.
Okay. Can you see it?
I can see it, yes.
Okay, can I start?
And yes, you have 15 minutes.
Okay, so hi everyone, I am Amanda, and today I'm going to talk about why some males should invest more in a contest than in others, and how they do that. But first, I need to tell you that contests are very common all the galaxy, even in our world. So we see beetles fighting, mammals, birds, and even weird animals such as nematoids and anemones. And these contests are not the same because males can adjust how much they are willing to invest in the contests. So here we have two males of Paraphytimoid fronius. It's a moth species, and the contest in this species can be shorter or it can be longer. And increasing the duration of a contest is a measure of how much males are willing to invest in a contest. But in addition to the duration of contests, male can adjust how much they are willing to invest in a contest by adopting more aggressive behaviors. So here we have two male bears. They are fighting. It's just the first stage of fight. And they are vocalizing for each other. And they can adopt more aggressive behavior. For example, they can try to bite the rival or tracking the rival down. So the contest escalates to a stage more aggressive. And these males usually fight for females, but females are not equal. Females vary in quality. For example, females can be virgin or females can be mated. And this is very important for species that have first male sperm precedence, which is species in first male to mate with a female fertilize most part of the eggs. So in this case, it's expected that males invest more in contests for access to virgin than mated females. But first, males need to reach a females. And in this way, he may come across predators. If he passes through a predator and find a female that doesn't want to mate with him, he will need to get back to their way, and maybe at this time he won't be so lucky and he may die without finding another female. But if females occur in an aggregation, if he finds a female that doesn't want to mate with him, he just needs to move to another female without paying the search costs. So here we investigated the costs of searching and female traits in this spider species, Trichonephila clavipes. Males of this species leave their own webs to find 4 female webs. During this search, he will come across predators, usually ants, and maybe he never find a female. If he find a female, he may find other males there in the central position. Males usually fight for this position because males in central position have a higher chance to inseminate a female. So here I will show you how this spider contests occur. Oh God. I don't know how to play the video. Sorry. Okay. So we have a female there and 2 males. The contest starting by males vibrating the web toward the rival. And the contest escalates for a stage more aggressive. The males try to check to rip their leg of the rivals and try to bite the rivals. And the contest may start again by vibrating the web. Okay, so pretend that these males are fighting. The males that lose the contests can stay in the web in the peripheral position, or he can go and search for another female. If he decides to search for another female, he will need to traverse the vegetation again where the predation risk is high. And in fact, only 12 per 100 males of Trichonephila clavipes reach female webs. But if the contests occur in aggregation, the male that loses a contest may just move to another female without paying the search costs again. So here we hypothesized that males of Trichonephila clavipes are more likely to engage in contests and invest more in contests for access to virgin than mated females, and when the cost of finding a new female is higher. To evaluate this hypothesis, I went to the field and searched for webs with at least 2 males there. To estimate female reproductive status, I searched for juvenile females, which is females with swollen and pigeonal, penultimate females, which are females in their last molting, and these females are characterized by a web without spirals, and adult females, which are females that have sclerotized pigeonal. Juvenile females and penultimate females are considered virgin because they are not able to mate yet and more valuable to male, and mated females are considered less valuable to male because a study shows that females usually mate up to 48 hours after their last moulting. And to estimate male access to females, we considered isolated web have a higher cost to males because males that lose a contest, in this case, we need to search for another female or stay in the peripheral position. And in aggregated females, low cost to males. And I induced male-male contests by putting a grasshopper in female web and then observed Trichonephila clavipes webs during 30 minutes. And what I found. So here in the x-axis, I have female life stage, juvenile, penultimate, and adult. And in the y-axis, I have proportion of occurrence of a contest, log duration of a contest, and proportion of escalation. Note that I don't have penultimate females for duration of a contest, proportion of escalation, because I had only 2 females, so I removed this from analysis. So the proportion of occurrence of a contest was not related to female life stage. The duration of a contest was not related to female life stage 2, but the proportion of escalation was higher for adults than for juvenile females, which is contrary to what we expected. And how do we explain these results? We need to remember about the biology of this species. These males can inseminate only 2 females during their lifespan. So if a male mate with a female and left the web, the second male can mate with her, and the second male will fertilize part of the eggs of these females. So the first male to mate will lose part of the eggs. So pretend that females have 10 eggs. The first female to mate with her will fertilize 8 or 7 of these eggs, and the second 2 or 3. So the first male to mate with her will lose part of this fertilization eggs. So what's happening is that males are investing contests for previously fertilized females. So they are preventing for other females reach the female and lose his fertilized eggs. And because these males can inseminate only 2 females during their lifespan, his reproductive success should increase a lot only when he find and mate with 2 virgin females, which is highly improbable to find the 2 females, 2 virgin females, and mate with her. And maybe you may ask me, okay, these males are investing for adult females and previously fertilized females, but why they are not investing contests for access to virgin females, since they are more valuable? Maybe because to fight for a female that's not sexually mature may prevent him to invest in a contest when a female is sexually mature. The costs of this contest, the injuries that the males suffer in this contest are high. Now talking about the facility of access. So here in the x-axis, I have female spatial distribution. And again, proportion of occurrence of a contest, log duration of a contest, and the proportion of escalation. So what I found is that the proportion of occurrence of a contest was not related to female spatial distribution. Also, the duration of a contest was not related to female spatial distribution. But again, contrary to what we expected, we found that the proportion of occurrence of escalation was higher for aggregated females than isolated females, contrary to what we expected again. So males are more prone to invest in fights for females when the search cost is low. And why this is happening? We believe that when a female moves through the web, she can generate vibrations, and these vibrations can propagate through other webs that are connected. And these vibrations could attract males from other webs, increasing the competition between males for females. And because of this increasing in competition, males are more prone to invest in a contest, escalate more these contests. Although we didn't find what we expected, these results are so interesting because usually we believe that males should invest more in a contest because of such costs, but under natural conditions, this preference may not be sustained because in natural conditions, we can measure other costs as male pay, and under controlled conditions or laboratory conditions, we couldn't measure this. So the message I want you to keep from this presentation and to spread through Galaxy is that males of Trichonephila clavipes increase their investment in contests for adult mated and easier to find females. And the paternity assurance and male competition during male opportunity events may determine male investment in contests. And because search costs are challenging to simulate under controlled conditions, studies under natural conditions may be a suitable option for understanding how the cost of finding mate partners affect male investment in contests. So I want to thank you for watching, and thank you, Animal Behavior Live, for the opportunity.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks a lot for your talk. I have a very naive question while the chat is writing its own. So you were assuming that the virgin females were more valuable to the males. On which basis were you assuming this?
I don't understand. Can you repeat, please?
Yes, sure. Valuable to the males.
Why these females should be more valuable?
Yes, is my question. The virgin one.
Okay, the virgin ones should be more valuable because the first male to mate with her inseminate more eggs, and we don't know after she puts her eggs how if she put all the eggs in the first time, or if he remains some eggs, if he keeps some eggs for the second position. We don't know about these things of natural biology of these species.
Okay. So there's a lot of things to be investigated still.
Yes.
So, and so I'm looking at the chat and there's still no questions. So then why do you think the adult females are interesting to the males? Maybe I think you talked about that, but I kind of missed it.
Okay. Well, adult females are usually mated. So we believe that adult females shouldn't be valuable to males, because if a second male mates with her, he fertilizes only part of her eggs, usually 10%, 7% per hundred. I'm sorry, per hundred of this species. So adult females should be less valuable to males. But if he fertilizes her first, then she will be valuable, because the males will prevent another males to access to that female.
Okay, thanks. Alexi is sending me a new question. He's asking, is there sneaking behavior in male spiders?
Yes, there is sneaking behavior. We found this usually while in these webs usually have 4, 5 males in each web. So when 2 males are fighting, the third or other males came to female and mate with her. It's very common.
Thank you. I think I saw that Natasha had one as well. Let me check. Oh, this was Natasha's question. Alexi was asking is there any research investigating personality in the males? Is this something you are interested in, you would be interested in, or do you know if it is done on this species?
It's a really good question. I think that personality in spiders, there's not some research, a lot of research about this. In this species, I don't think so. Anyone investigated personality in this species, I think.
Okay, thanks. So I don't see any more questions in the chat. So I can wait for a couple of seconds to see if one last minute question shows up.
Okay.
No, I don't see any. Oh, I see one. Giovanni Reina is asking, are still protected by males the females after second insemination?
Yes, the males usually remain in the female webs and fight against other males there. I don't know if I understand the question. I'm sorry.
Yes, I think you did.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think the question is, after the second insemination, are the females still protected by the males?
Yes.
I think, yeah. Okay, well, it's very nice talk. Thank you again. Will you be available on Discord for further questions if they show up? Yes, wonderful.
Yes.
So if the chat has any further question, please ask them in Discord, where you will also be able to see a replay